How's it going, guys? Andrew here.
And Caleb.
And Matt.
Thew or just Matt today?
Yeah, we're going to go with Thew. Hey, guys, what's up with Thew today?
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to yet again another episode of the LCR podcast.
Episode 31?
Episode 31. How long are we going to do that?
31.
Keep saying what episode we are to remind ourselves.
This would be a great start to doing that if we got the episode number wrong on the first try.
And we are here. No huge movie came out. Two small movies came out, Stuber and Crawl. We all saw Stuber. We might talk about it for a minute. But as of right now, we just finished Stranger Things Season 3. This guy in the middle, Caleb, literally binged the entire show within like 2 days.
The entire show, not the series.
Not the season.
The
series.
Yeah. So.
Thank God for short seasons.
But at the same time, no. But we're going to talk about Stranger Things as a whole, Season 3, our thoughts, our theories. Netflix, just pick it up again, please. I know.
Yeah, all spoilers, so if
yeah,
you guys
all
want to
spoilers.
get into the news and whatnot, we'll put a time code for you.
Down
news.
below. Because after this, I got a lot of news to talk about, and then...
You should have watched Stranger Things. I don't know why I haven't seen it, but I did it. If I could do it, anyone could do it. So just do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think everybody pretty much has seen Stranger Things besides this guy. So, let's just talk about it. Why didn't you watch it when it first came out?
I don't really watch Netflix.
No.
So, yeah, that was
And it
probably
didn't give you
reason.
the hype because like I just remember like it blowing up.
Yeah.
Because when I first moved down here, they started filming Season 1 and it was just called Stranger Things. Like they just blatantly said Stranger Things with Winona Ryder and I was about to get on it at like one.
That was probably the biggest name to be on the show.
Yeah, and then at the same time, like nobody knew what the show was gonna be. It was just called Stranger Things, and then the show became a phenomenon. So then when Season 2 came out, they just like The Walking Dead at the time, like they used code words and like started hiding it, so it wasn't called Stranger Things anymore because everybody wanted to be on Season 2. And so I missed my opportunity because I don't know what movie I saw, but I went, I saw a movie, I came back, I saw that I had a voicemail asking me to be on Stranger Things, and I called, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're all booked up," and I'm like, "Oh, I wanted to be on it." Like I didn't know what it was at the time.
You could have been like in the high school or something.
I was gonna be in an auditorium, like a few auditorium scenes. So, but it's whatever. I don't know. I'm still kind of pissed, but
What auditorium scene though?
there was probably a few, like a assembly or something.
They had the assembly when.
In the gym, maybe.
Yeah, but that was like middle school.
I know. I was gonna be in it.
And a middle schooler?
Of course, they're gonna use older people to be in middle school. Or
I think
maybe
we could easily be high schoolers. Middle school's rough.
I could look like a baby. What was your first memory of Stranger Things season? Because we watched Season 2 together.
Yeah.
But did you watch it with yourself, Ashley, Jacob, David?
Me and Ashley watched it within like 2 days. Yeah.
I know. I'm going to tell my story. I know you've already heard it. I don't think you've heard it, though. So, I was like in school when it came out. And so, it was like a Saturday. And I just remember hearing Stranger Things, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to watch it. So, like, I do a little homework, and then I stop doing homework, I go, and I watch, like, an episode, and I'm like, that's good. So then I watch, like, 2 more episodes, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta do schoolwork. So then I go back to school, and, like, I'm, like, reading a book, and I'm just, like, looking at my TV, just, like, Like, I'm just like, okay, and then I go back, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna make dinner, and I'm gonna watch, like, maybe, like, an episode or 2, and then go back to school. So I watch, like, 2 more episodes, and then I go back to schoolwork, and I'm just like... just close the books, go. I finished it. I binged it all in one day because it was so freaking good. Season 1, just every episode made you want to watch the next episode.
It's only like 7 hours.
I know, but
It
like
was 8 hours.
No, they're 50-minute episodes.
It adds up.
But like I guess it's like because I hate the word. I hate when they're like, oh, the show is so binge worthy. I don't like the word.
Yeah, I hate binging.
Yeah, I
culture now.
hate
It kind of
binging.
sucks.
It's such a like
But it also sucks to wait every week.
That's true. Like, it's awesome knowing it's there, but like what we did for Stranger Things 3, like we would watch 2 episodes like night every night or every other night, and we finished it within a week. And that was a little better than like watching it all in one day and then being like, well, I'm depressed because now the show's over and I have to wait a year probably to see it.
So instead of waiting 52 weeks, we waited 51 weeks, and now we're depressed.
Exactly.
I want to die.
But that was my first experience. I loved it. I tried to get Caroline on it, but she did not like it. So
Really?
What?
yeah.
How much has she seen?
I think she watched like the first like 4 episodes of the first season. She just couldn't get into it. So whatever, not her thing. But
Fair enough.
I'm gonna have to.
Connor can't watch Game of Thrones. Caroline can't watch Stranger Things.
And then season 2 came out, which everybody regarded as lesser than season 1.
Yeah.
And now when you look at all 3 seasons, it is the lesser one. I like the introduction to Billy and Max. I like them. I also love Bob. He was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fucking killed him.
Spoilers in case you guys didn't know.
Yes.
Season 2. Yeah, spoilers for season 1, 2, and 3. There's not that much in 1, but Barb, is she still alive?
Can we just call
She's
this
dead.
segment
Didn't you talk
spoiler
to
things?
Spoiler things.
Spoiler things.
Spoiler things. But yes, I did. Fun story. I used to work at
We
Banana
haven't
Republic.
talked about season 3 at all.
We're going to in a minute. But like, I worked at a Banana Republic, and I was just checking some people out, and then freaking Barb just comes in line, and I'm just like, "Hey, you Barb!" And this was like right when season 2 was like gonna drop, and so like, and she's like, "Yeah, like I kind of like lean in, and I'm like, are you alive?" And she's like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh man," because like before season 2 came out, we all thought Barb was still alive, but then
Really?
yeah,
Oh, she looked kind of messed up.
yeah, but
I'm fucking hype, bro.
we all kind
She
of
looked
wanted.
pretty messed up.
It was like kind of like a trendy thing, like to bring her back, because like she
Right.
never had a good redemption. Like she just disappeared and that was it. But it was just kind of cool, like just like her coming in. But
So is the next hashtag keep Hop alive? Hopper strong?
Hopper strong, I like that
If
one.
anything, you're the biggest believer out of all of us.
Yeah,
I mean, prove me wrong.
prove me wrong. Okay, well, yeah, season 2, it's good, but that filler
I'm very
episode-
surprised that like you didn't really see the big production upgrade from season 1 to 2. You saw it between 2 and 3. I thought 2 would have had a lot better effects and whatnot, but the effects still stayed around the same.
I don't think I think it was popular, but not as popular as it is now. Like I think when season 2 came out, they had faith that it was a popular show, but then when season 2 did come out, and then it like even was more popular, I think, like, and more people watched it, then they were like, okay, Netflix, here you go, Stranger Things, here's like
So season 2
$50
walked,
more $1 million.
so season 3 could run.
There you go. That's deep right there.
Yeah, it doesn't even have legs, so like that's impressive.
Yeah.
Because it's a show, so how can it have legs?
But on to season 3.
Here we go. Season 3. We watched it.
Today
Yeah, we finished it today.
and 2
All in a
days
week?
ago.
About a
And
week?
then, like, yeah.
Roughly
When
a
did it
week.
start?
When did we start it?
Sunday?
Yeah, I think
we hung out with some friends on Saturday, and they were hyping up the show.
Yeah. So we watched 2 episodes on Sunday, 2 episodes Monday, 2 episodes
Wednesday.
Wednesday, and then we finished it today.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's 8.
There we go. That's 8 right there. So that's what we did. So 2, took a break, 2, took a break, 2. There we go.
Too many breaks.
Oh my god.
And I don't know. I dug every episode.
Yeah.
They learned their lesson by not putting another filler episode into it.
I just probably my biggest gripe about the monster was that he was big, but I was really hoping he would just get ginormous. Like he
as
wasn't
big as we saw him in season 2.
Yeah, because I mean, like I guess like it makes sense because like that was more of just like a windy, dusty kind of thing.
But it's still like stormy and apocalyptic.
Yeah, but like I was just hoping like he would get that big.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, overall it was a really great season. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
That's kind of why I feel like yes, the show could easily end after the 3rd season, but there is a lot of like, do they need to fight the thing and actually kill it instead of keep pushing it back? You know, do they need to kill the mind flayer?
Yeah, Mind Flayer.
Mind flare.
I think if
Because they want to invade, right?
as of today's the 13th of July or whatever.
Yeah.
For people that maybe are
let me
listening to
look
this
it
in the
up.
past or whatever in the
It's
future.
the 13th.
There we go. Netflix has still not confirmed a season 4. And it gets me worried because there's a lot of things. Netflix is going up against some big hitters, and I have some news about it to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're losing a lot of stuff that is making them worth having around. And so I think that they're I hope they're not pressing, like, crunching numbers and, like, trying to figure out stuff and, like, what to kill, what to keep.
Right.
If they have to team up with another streaming service, I don't know what's really going to happen to Netflix in the next year or two.
If Netflix and Hulu team up and fight everyone, that'd be cool. But I don't think Disney would allow that.
Nulu. No, it's kind of gay.
Or, like, what if, like, Disney just buys Netflix?
New flukes.
I don't like that idea. I don't even know if they really can.
Mm-hmm.
But if, like, because, like, I like Netflix being its own company.
Right.
And making its own stuff. And so, like, I don't want another company to buy the rights to Stranger Things.
Right.
That's my fear. I want it to I want Netflix to be like, hey, no more seasons. Then, like, I don't know, Warner Brothers being like, hey, we're going to grab Stranger Things and then we're going to make, like, 5 more seasons. And then I'll be like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah, no, I think Netflix would legit have to sell the rights for that to happen.
Yeah. But I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but...
Because I don't even think they couldn't even try to get it from the Duffer Brothers because they already sold the rights to Netflix, so they have full control over it.
I really hate how
so.
everybody is just trying to come out with their own streaming service.
Yeah.
It's just, like, Disney makes sense because they have so much. And, like, you know, yeah, they have a Disney Channel, but that's more for kids. Like, with this Disney streaming service, we're going to have tons of new shows.
A lot of spin-offs that they wouldn't be able to put anywhere else.
Right. And then, like for Disney, it makes sense because they have so much content and they're putting everything on there.
And they have so much money to experiment, like Netflix has been doing with shows.
Yeah.
But then, like, when you have NBC coming out with a streaming service, and
Which is dumb because you have a fucking TV channel.
and then the only show that you really show that's, like, new or whatever is The Twilight Zone, which isn't even a new show. It's been rebooted one other time before the original, so...
CBS. Why?
I don't know.
CBS,
And now
NBC.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, just everything's going on, but that's news stuff. But let's season 3. It's a little daunting to see the kids, like,
They're old.
they're older. They're
Very
definitely older from, like, season 2.
Because they're all, like, 17 now. They're almost adults.
Mm-hmm. And so they're still trying to be middle schoolers.
Right. No, they're in high school now.
They're in high school now? Okay. They totally were, like, not in school at all. That makes sense because it's summer, so that's why, like, I kind of forgot. But I just... their outfits sometimes. Like, at the very end, like, when Will goes to hug his mom, and, like, I just saw, like, his short jeans and long white socks, and I'm like, dang, what were people thinking back in the day? But,
He grew, like, 2 feet.
yeah, he's tall. They're all really tall and skinny.
I hate all their haircuts designs, especially mostly just like Mike and Will. They're bullhead.
Hey, I love Will's actual hair. It's, like, long and, like, curly and black, and so, like, to see him have, like, the coconut head dude from As Classified, I'm like,
right,
disgusting.
Yeah,
disgusting.
And then I love Billy. I just wish he got to be more himself.
If we're gonna talk about hair, his hair bothered me the most.
Oh, I loved his hair. It was so ratty. I loved it.
Yeah.
He was such a punk. But, like, cause in the first episode,
because he got, like, Steve's hair, and then you got, like, Billy's hair.
You know, there's
Steve's
a lot
got
of
some
hair.
luscious locks.
There's a lot of hair. But, like, I loved Billy in the second season, and so I was really excited for him in this season. But then in the first episode, at the very end, he's not Billy anymore, which kind of sucked.
Right.
And so he just played, like, the possessed Billy.
Apparently there's some talks to make him Wolverine.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. He has Power Rangers.
Is that going anywhere?
I don't know. But out of Billy, 11, she was great. Elle.
yeah.
I wasn't... Max kind of annoyed me this season.
I don't really care for Max a whole lot. Max and Lucas.
I found her more annoying in season 2.
I get why she was in season... Like, I get why she was annoying in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But then in this season, I hated like how she was the one to like kind of like put tension between Elle and Mike and like that whole.
I mean, Mike was being dumb too.
Huh?
Mike was being dumb.
Mike was being dumb, but like she wasn't. She was being manipulative. And she was like putting words into Elle's mind.
I would say manipulative. I mean, from like her point of view, it's just high school drama.
I guess, but like
we hate it because we've been through that.
For Elle, it's different, I guess, because she's not a human technically. But I don't know. I just didn't buy her.
Is she not human, or is she just human with powers?
No, she's not.
She was born from a woman.
But like, she doesn't like. I guess she doesn't really have like the. What is the word I'm looking for? Like, she just obviously doesn't know how.
She hasn't had a normal life.
She's not human normal. Interactions and stuff, and so like literally, she's just like, I can read.
What is it?
It's just at the last episode when Joyce finds the thoughts and feelings note from Hopper.
Heart to heart.
Yeah, the heart to heart, and she like 11 comes in. She's like, "Can I read?" Just like, come on, dude. You've been assimilated with these people for long enough that you should know how to like actually speak 99% full sentences. Can I read? Bitch, I don't know. Can you? Good God. No, it's just kind of funny in my opinion.
It was pretty funny. It was funny words. Mm-hmm. Words that she said.
Wordplay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hopper. He was great. I love his shirt.
Dude, yeah, he was a bona fide badass.
Hopper appreciation time.
Yeah, and Hellboy and for you, and hopefully Stranger Things Season 4 is for you. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they didn't kill you off because they thought that Hellboy franchise was going to kick off. But
no, he was like one of the top 3 best characters in the show, through and through.
Yeah,
even through Season 2, it's still like, you understand why he's doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let her go.
And I loved, and especially like the very last episode, like he got some shit to do. He got to get in some fights and kill some people. Dude, when he opened up the elevator and he just shoots down those 4 Russian guards, I was like, yeah, that looked awesome.
I liked it.
I guess then thoughts real quick, because we all like halfway through Season 3, we're just like, somebody has to die. Somebody has to die. Technically, yes, Billy died. So there's the true person that died.
Mm-hmm.
But
what was his name?
Oh, the Russian buddy.
What was his name?
It began with
Alexei.
an A.
Alexei.
Yeah, it was definitely sad.
That was sad. It was just sad when you
so
saw
happy.
the Schwarzenegger guy and you're just like, walk away, bitch. And then it cut to the balloon pop and you're just like, he just got shot. But Matt is totally saying Hopper's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us think Hopper's alive.
Yeah, rule of thumb, we didn't see the body.
We didn't see the body explode.
Well, that's another thing. Is like when we first saw the generator gun thing exploding, he wasn't on the walkway where he was.
That's true. We don't know if it exploded both ways or if it just exploded the way towards where Joyce was.
Yeah.
And maybe because he was like on that electrical force field, he was protected by it, and then maybe he just got sucked into the upside down area. Ended up in Russia maybe because he said no, like not American
Not
or
the
whatever.
American.
Yeah, not the American, which I assume is Hopper. Who else could it be?
Right.
Yeah.
It's at that point I get why they have it. I just don't think you need that little piece of dialogue. Because that little piece of dialogue, like Caleb says, kind of just makes it clear that Hopper is alive.
Right.
Yeah, which
It's not an Easter egg.
I don't know how to.
That's clear proof.
I don't
of
really
something.
know how to feel about the whole ending to this. I don't feel like it felt like a season finale to me. Like I didn't feel like it closed anything off or like
a series finale or season finale?
I didn't feel like I was satisfied.
Oh boy, wait till you get to Game of Thrones. It's gonna be so much fun.
I
Like
still
a finale
have
to
holes in my
just the
body
season?
from that show of unsatisfaction. I mean,
Yeah, I can see where you're going.
I was satisfied with the season.
I was too. Don't get me wrong, but just up until the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was fine with the season because like
And it was very emotional.
it intrigues me where they're going to go because everything is happening in Hawkins. It can't really go anywhere else besides Hawkins unless they explore the lore more. But
No, they got to keep it in.
I know I wanted to stay in Hawkins, so I feel like something's gonna happen. The Duffer Brothers said that they definitely know where season 4 is going. Like they already have it written out and planned out. And so I feel like, because you brought it up, Elle lost her powers in this last episode.
Which would make sense.
Something to do like with that creature in her leg.
Yeah.
I feel like fucked her up. And so she lost her powers, so she can't feel anything pretty much. She can't have senses.
Yeah.
So
I think she would have known if Hopper was alive if she still had the powers.
But she doesn't. So I feel like she's going to train, get her senses back. She's going to feel Hopper, and she's going to be like, we got to go back to Hawkins, and then everybody's going to go back to Hawkins.
And I kind of hope that season 4, I know it's kind of their thing to have a year time skip every time. I kind of hope that it's just a few months. Because they'd be just starting high school, so showing the school side of it would be nice. Them being picked on freshman year, getting used to high school.
And that's what's worrying me about Netflix not confirming it yet, because the longer they wait, the longer I feel like it's going to wait for the show to get in production.
Right.
And then
the older the kids look.
The kids are going to get older, and so then they're just going to have to say a year later just so it makes sense for how they look.
I mean, even though they still look old, they could easily pass as freshmen still.
Hopefully. You never know. Like, what if their voices drop, though?
I mean, that's still puberty for a lot of kids.
Yeah.
It's
I just feel like
freshman
I guess like it would just be like if it says like 6 months later and then Lucas is just like, what's up, brothers? And he's like, oh my gosh, it's 6 months that happened. Like,
I mean,
he's already growing like facial hair and whatnot.
It's so for me, I think that Netflix just needs to grow a pair and say that they're doing a season 4. Then they can start production like tomorrow.
I mean, they could already be in pre-production, I guess, and they just haven't announced it.
Hopefully.
Or is that like a rule that they have to announce they're doing it before pre-production even starts?
I feel like because then people would probably like leak it, you know?
Maybe.
So
maybe Netflix is just being stupid and making it a stunt by not announcing it
I
yet.
think
It
they
could be in
are.
production.
I think that Netflix is...
And it's not the worst thing to happen, I guess.
When Stranger Things Season 3 dies down in the conversations, Netflix is going to be like, hey, Stranger Things 4, and then everybody's going to talk about Stranger Things again and get them popular. That's probably what they're going to do.
And I would not like Hopper being in Russia for like a year. 3 months is enough.
But another big thing that I didn't like about this season was everybody was split up. And so, like, when they all started coming together...
That's just their thing.
I know it's their thing, but, like, it just, like, I guess just thinking about their characters, like,
you would think after the third time, they'd be like, all right, having us together is a good thing.
I didn't like that literally there were only, like, 2 or 3 scenes that Dustin was with his friends in this season. And, like, I love Dustin and Steve's dynamic, but I just wish Dustin got to hang out with his friends a little bit more than when he did. Because then, like, they all, like, had the reunion at the mall, and then they're like, okay, bye, and they all did their own little thing again. And I'm like, like, you guys were just together for, like, a minute. I like Robin. She was nice.
Yeah.
She was a nice addition, a new character.
Sucks a little bit that her and Steve aren't together, but
Netflix.
Expectations subverted in a good way.
Yeah, they're still really good friends.
Yeah.
And
we do need more platonic relationships in Hollywood.
Yeah, I like that they're
stories.
just going to be friends. As much as I sound like a hypocrite because like I would have loved to see them get together, but now that they are friends, I'm like, okay, this will still work because up to that moment when he was confessing that he really liked her, they were just really good friends. And also that was a nice little twist because you thought that she was obsessed with him, but she just wanted to kill him actually. Which I guess is romantic in a way too, but
I mean, you want to kill someone when you're in high school,
right?
That level of
She went home and screamed in her pillow every day. Oh, high school was dramatic.
Let's not go back.
Let's never go back. But final thoughts, guys, on Stranger Things season 3.
Great things.
Great
time.
Great time. I'm glad Caleb watched it now.
Better than season 2. Not as good as season 1.
I have to revisit it. Like I said for you, like whenever they confirm the last season, be like, hey, season 4 or season 5 is the last season. Like I want to go back and watch it all right before whatever season comes out because I haven't rewatched them.
I think I like the pacing better in 3, and the look over 1.
Yeah, and season 3, it feels like it takes place like within just like a few days.
Yeah.
Like maybe a week.
Which I guess season 1 kind of takes place over a week.
But like
because Will's only missing for a week.
But like season 3 just had more stakes. I think they had better stories in season 3. But like kind of like just season 1's like the baby season. It was the first season. It was really good. So it's just like kind of a toss up between those two. But
and having the whole Russian thing was kind of cool. Made season 3 really felt like its own thing. Season 1 and 2 were one and the same kind of.
It rose the stakes to like a level with the Russians, which felt like totally like an 80s
Which made my viewing experience very weird because I saw these two watching it because my shit's in the living room, so I had no choice to watch the first episodes of season 3, first two, when I haven't seen the first 2 seasons. And so seeing the Russians, I was like, oh, it's that kind of show.
No.
And then watching 1 and 2, I was like, where are the Russians? Where are they at?
Yeah, no, that was a surprise. But so we all enjoyed it.
Yep.
It was a good 3rd season. I love the music. I love the Back to the Future shit. Except
Here's
for
to season 4.
when everybody clapped at the end of Back to the Future. I was like, shut the fuck up. Nobody probably really appreciated that movie back then. But maybe they did. I don't know. Unless if somebody was on set that day who saw Back to the Future and they said everybody in the theater clapped at the end, and then they just recreated that.
Is that going to be the one thing you need to do if you figure out time travel?
Yes.
That's your one thing. You get one chance.
I get one chance to go back in time. I want to see if people clapped at the end of Back to the Future.
Fair enough.
But I guess we'll...
that has been a fun half hour talking about Stranger Things Season 3.
Yeah, and I think we're just going to go jump into some news.
That's after a quick break.
After a quick break. We'll be right back in a second.
Welcome back, everybody.
You know what? I like that.
I like that.
Nice.
To the LCR podcast. We are back. We're going to talk about some news. But if you're watching on YouTube, do you like the new layout? Mm-hmm. We got some little movies and video games and nerd pop stuff.
Some stuff that's topical to the news that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so you can look at that stuff instead of our fucking ugly faces.
Whoa.
Look at the movies. Look at the pops.
Speak for yourself.
Look at all that stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
It's time for me to open up the Toy Story book.
How's that thing not full yet?
I'm at halfway. Yeah. This is kind of halfway. Okay. So
halfway there.
I want to open up with Rotten Tomatoes because we know we all love Rotten Tomatoes.
That's my favorite website.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I love it so much. Every time I turn on my web browser, that's my homepage.
It's gotten to the ridiculous, to the point of ridiculousness, where it's on the same level as who's that guy that you guys always hate on? Lights, Camera, Jackson.
Yes. Do you know Lights, Camera, Jackson?
Who?
He's the youngest professional film critic ever.
He's professional?
Yes.
What makes you a professional film critic?
Yeah, he gets paid for it. He's been on news channels and stuff.
How old was he?
He was 12 when he got famous. And I don't know how old he is now.
Because that dictates.
But we can look him up afterwards because he hates. I think he gave Aquaman a D- or something. He just hates every movie. And John Flickinger, Flippick, that's the reason why Jacob and I know who Lights, Camera, Jackson is because in the early years John would just make fun of him so much. It was so funny, but then he had to tone it down because he was just making fun of him too much, and he was a kid at the point. Now he's not, so fuck him. But anyways, Rotten Tomatoes. Some shit went down last week when they revealed The Lion King was rotten, which I think took a few people a step back because Disney's marketing made it feel like it was going to be very
revolutionary.
Yeah, everybody was going to love this movie, and then to see it rotten, kind of just like every other live action movie, it almost feels like Disney isn't grasping these remakes yet. Mm-hmm. But
I think it's also too soon for remakes.
The Lion King is fresh now. Yeah. It's at 60%, so it went up 2%, so now it's no longer rotten for their scale, whatever that means.
It's still a D.
But it's still, it's kind of, out of all of Beauty and the Beast rotten? Or no, I think that might be
I
fresh.
never saw it.
I don't know. But I just feel like, especially this year has been bad because nobody, I think, enjoyed Dumbo besides Caleb and I.
Because nobody saw it. It's so
And then-
stupid. It was a great movie.
I understand why Aladdin was rotten because there was a lot of things wrong with it. It wasn't awful, but there was a lot of things wrong with it. We have not seen The Lion King, obviously. That will be the podcast next week. So then we'll have our thoughts on that and see if the critics were right. But what's awesome is Crawl, as of today, the 13th, is at 88% fresh.
That's pretty good.
So it's cool because that movie, you looked at it and you're like, that's stupid. Like Sharknado, but alligators.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it still looks like a fun movie. And it's just cool that it is not rotten. That, like, the critics aren't bashing it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Did you guys watch Stuckman's review?
Yeah.
No.
Because apparently Paramount did no press screenings. So, like, no critics got to see the movie until Thursday night when it came out. And so, like, Stuckman was kind of shocked because he's just like, people are liking this movie. So, like, I feel like Paramount thought this movie was going to do awful, but then it did the complete opposite, and people are enjoying it. And so it's awesome that this movie is getting praise. Hopefully, it will make some money then. Because as of now, this is probably going to be the weakest week of the summer because there's been no big movie this week. Because Crawl is aiming for 10 million this weekend, while Stuber is aiming for 8 million. So this week is roughly going to make like 20 to 30 million, while every other week's been making like over 100 million. Because every week a big movie has come out since
They need
like
a break.
Endgame.
A well-deserved break.
Also, we saw Stuber. Just maybe quick thoughts on that, just because it was...
Definitely.
It was okay. Funny on the first watch.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny.
It's just
Some cringy jokes.
Yeah, cringy jokes.
If I
Some
had to
good
Their
jokes.
banter, I thought they worked well together.
Yeah, if I had to pick between this or My Spy, that
The kid one.
pacifier ripoff,
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
My Spy with...
Dave Bautista with the kid and everything.
We saw the trailer for it.
I would definitely watch
did?
this one 100 times over that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but those are just two different movies.
Well,
It's just the
I'm
same
just
premise.
I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm just saying.
I'm so mad because there
I'm
was a
just saying.
movie
I'm
that
just
I
saying.
was like, this
I'm
is
just saying.
totally like
I'm
this
just
movie.
saying.
But now I can't remember what movie it is.
I'm just saying.
I want to say The Other Guys, but I so know it's not that movie.
I'm just saying.
I love that movie.
I'm just saying.
Shut up.
I thought we were doing okay. We
I
just
know. He broke me. Okay? He broke me. But here's some more cool news about the director of Crawl. He did...
It's Sam Raimi, right?
No, he produced it.
Okay.
Nerd.
His name is like...
Akeem Shabukalar.
and it's like Alejandro or something. I feel really
Alejandro
close.
Jalapeno.
No, it's like Alejandro Aja or something like that. Aja. Anyways, I'm so
Aja.
sorry. Somebody correct me down below because I'm stupid.
Was it Ari Aster?
So I got news about him. He is eyed to do a reboot on The Nightmare on Elm Street. So,
Just give that franchise a break.
Huh.
this guy, he did the movie Horns. If you guys saw that with Daniel Radcliffe,
Was it good?
I enjoyed it. It was.
I didn't see it.
The what?
It felt like a very indie movie, and I
what?
didn't really care. Horns with Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh,
His girlfriend is dead one night, and he wakes up and he has the devil horns, and so he looks like he's guilty. It's a good movie, but the ending, I was like, this is kind of dramatic in like a cheesy way. But he also
Side
did.
note, since we're on the topic of indie movies with Daniel Radcliffe, did you see Swiss Army Man?
Yes,
Did you like it?
it is a beautiful movie.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it was. There was a deep message in that movie.
I have not seen it, but I was.
Was that a beautiful with a question mark?
Yeah, like I'm surprised. Like,
Okay.
I
like
thought
it is
was-
a funny, deep movie.
Yeah,
The
I've only
the-
heard good things about
The
it.
ending is a little stretched.
I
Like I'm
haven't
just like, okay, you like pull it back. Like you're getting a little too dramatic. But halfway through the movie, there's a message, and you're just like, oh my god, this movie is about a farting corpse, and there's this message that I'm gonna use in my real life. But I'm not gonna say anything. But I watch it again. I've only seen it once.
I still need to watch it.
So we should.
Okay.
I remember I wanted to
good.
see that. I was in
Good.
LA with Fondrick visiting his sister, and we were trying to find a movie that wanted to see like in theaters. And that movie like came out that weekend, and I was like, Fondrick, let's go. He's like, no, that looks lame. And I'm like, oh, like, And then I didn't get to see it in theaters.
No.
And then, anyways.
These Harry Potter sequels are getting out of hand.
But that's what I got for the Rotten Tomatoes box office stuff, except for Endgame is still 14 million away. Does anybody really care anymore? Probably not, because Spider-Man's out, so everybody's talking about that.
Yeah.
We still got a handful of months left.
Handful of months, but 14 million's a lot. And we got some big movies coming out, especially if you have like...
You know, what if they did the re-release this early because they have another re-release?
And then if they say they have a director's cut of like even just 10 minutes of extra footage, I'm down. But
yeah,
even 5, honestly. I'd go see it just for 5 minutes.
The final fight is 10 minutes longer.
Oh,
What?
Go. Let's go right now. And Spidey is almost at 250 million domestically. So,
I legit thought you were about to say 2 billion.
and yeah, they'd be pretty up there then. So that's all the news I got there for monies and reviews and all that. You got a hole or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
big hole.
nice. Nice little flash to the camera.
White and old shirt.
Show me.
Boop. Sneak peek. Ghostbusters has officially started filming as of yesterday. I was playing footsie with you.
Like a female one?
No, this is just a reboot. Mike's in it. So, from Stranger Things.
Oh.
Finn.
Yeah.
Wolfhard.
Yeah, there we go. He's in it. You got Sigourney Weaver is back.
Mhm.
Bill Murray's back. Dan Aykroyd's back. Paul Rudd's going to be in it. A few more people.
Oh, yeah.
So they just started filming yesterday. And thoughts, are we going to see it? Probably, because it's not going to be hated like the Ghostbusters female reboot.
Yeah.
But
like, why?
my thing is, like...
Give it a break.
No.
Go for it. What are you going to say?
Okay. I definitely think that it might be a little too close to the female release. But that's the thing. We never should have had the female release. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Just because you're pandering to the social justice warriors of the internet and just saying... Another topic, another story.
We've had this topic on our Men in Black podcast that nobody listened to. So if you want to listen to that, go to that podcast.
It's a fun podcast.
If you wanted your badass female movie, make an original one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want a good movie with female leads and a bad movie with female leads?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But if this Ghostbuster movie is more of like a sequel, not like
It's
directly...
Reboot.
It's a
Why?
reboot. It's not a sequel. It's a reboot. Or at least that's what they're saying right now. It might be indirectly a sequel.
And I mean, it doesn't even have to be like directly a sequel. Just later down the line, like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd have kids who
Is
have
that
just
considered a
carried
soft
on.
reboot?
What?
If it's still connected?
Technically, but then the Ghostbusters females, they make cameos in them. So, like, is that kind of like Dan Aykroyd's like a taxi driver or something in a cameo? I've just seen like a picture of him as,
But
and like
were
Bill
they-
Murray's like a scientist, like a weather scientist or something.
But he wasn't his actual character, though.
I don't know.
Okay.
He might have been. I have no idea. But what I was gonna say, Cinemassacre, that's like one of their favorite movies of all time is Ghostbusters because it's
Right.
an amazing, funny movie, and they've made up a good point that, like, I think Sony owns them, yeah, because they own Paramount, that they have tried so hard to make Ghostbusters like a franchise, like because the first one was so successful, they were like, okay, let's do a sequel. None of the actors wanted to do a sequel. Bill Murray said that was like one of the worst sets he ever worked on. He hated working on Ghostbusters 2. And then you make all the toys, you made the TV show, you have all this marketing. There was a cereal box in Stranger Things, like the last episode of it. Like it was just Sony was trying to make it such a thing, and then now Sony's trying to make it a thing again for another generation. But what they said is that they just don't think it works as a franchise. And that's what I kind of like. It kind of sucks that you have a really cool premise and you're like, oh, let's explore this lore or whatever. No, just have a movie. You know, just one movie to sum it all up.
It could have been. I just think they just didn't go the right way about it.
Yeah, and like the second one, it's okay. I never really find myself wanting to watch it, but the first one, man, I love the first one so much. But I mean, we'll probably see it. Maybe, I don't know, unless it looks really bad. But who knows? I forget. Somebody big is directing it. I think. I don't know who.
Ari Aster.
Is that the joke for the podcast?
Yeah.
Sorry, Connor.
Sucks.
No, dude, Hereditary.
Okay, fine. He's amazing. He's mediocre.
So I
Find
got,
it in between.
Yeah.
I got Sam Raimi here.
Oh, ooh,
Samurai Jack.
it's like, can we make a hot take and say Ari Aster is a one-hit wonder?
Maybe we'll see what his
Maybe
third
he's
movie
the
is.
next
I just
Night
know that
Shyamalan.
Connor's just like Arthur fisting in the distance. It's a joke, Connor. Take it easy.
So like Sam Raimi's been like kind of like in the public eye because he was producing Crawl, and so people have, and Spider-Man just came out, Spider-Man 2, and so people have been asking Sam Raimi about his Spider-Man 4 movie that was going to happen. Did you guys know about this?
Vaguely.
I think I've heard about it like maybe less than a year ago because I didn't really hear much about it.
The only things I know is that John Malkovich was going to be the Vulture, and Bruce Campbell was going to be Mysterio. You were going to introduce those two villains in Spider-Man 4.
I don't know how I feel about Bruce Campbell.
But, so you know that he plays 3 different people in every movie?
Does he really?
So in the first movie, he is the wrestler announcer. I forgot who he is in the second movie, but in the third movie, he's the waiter at the restaurant that Peter and
Yeah.
Mary
Bruce
Jane-
Campbell?
Yeah, Bruce Campbell.
Dude, yeah, I didn't even really recognize that he was the announcer for the
Yeah.
wrestling match because he had the shades on and the fucking flashing lights.
So everybody's theory was that because Mysterio is the master of manipulation.
Oh.
This guy, like Sam Raimi, was doing that with Bruce Campbell, and then he was going to introduce him as Mysterio in the fourth movie.
Good on you, Sammy.
It would have been cool. And it's kind of sad because he's still like Sam Raimi says like to this day he still thinks about it and like still like wishes he could have gotten a chance to make a fourth one. And now I feel like with this Spider-Verse thing, I feel like you could almost do it.
Could you imagine if they introduced Toby and Garfield into Tom Holland's universe?
It would be because like in Spider-Verse, that Peter
Andrew
Parker,
Garfield
he's like
can be
in
the one
his
to die.
30s, you know, he's a little bit older, like he's
Right.
been Spider-Man for a long time. Why not do that? Like if Tobey Maguire was for it and would come back to put on the suit, and then I don't know, and then that would be cool if it could be like Sam Raimi could direct it.
Yeah.
Give him his fourth movie. It would be awesome.
That'd be a big
That'd be a shock.
movie. Yeah.
Because all of us were. This was like this. This is kind of old news, but when Marvel dropped the 4 with the spider web, and it said coming soon, and then it said hashtag Marvel Comics, and everybody thought it was a Spider-Man 4 movie, even though it said hashtag Marvel Comics, and then everybody found out that it was a countdown to the comic book with J.J. Abrams and his son. And everybody's like,
do that?
Fuck this, I wanted my Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4. I think they still should consider it, because if Sony pulled it off in an animated movie, which, yes, is probably a lot easier than a live-action movie, but it'd be really just cool to have Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland all together in a movie.
So you know how
Dude,
I've
you know
talked
what? What
about
if we got like the animated Spider-Man 2 and got the voice actor for that?
No.
That-
Just had an animated
even
Space
fucking
Jam.
better. I just had the brilliant of most brilliant ideas.
Okay, lay it on me.
You know my Sinister Six theory?
Right.
For those of you who don't know, my Sinister Six theory is that we're going to get 4 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies that all take place in his high school years. First one was freshman year. We had Vulture and Scorpion. Scorpion not directly, but he was in it.
He was there. He's
He was there.
established.
Second one is probably sophomore year, we're assuming, or like after it. So it's technically still sophomore year. We had Mysterio. Third one, I'm thinking we get Electro and Rhino in junior year. And then the fourth year, we have Doc Ock, who brings them all together. We get the Sinister Six. And if they go with this Spider-Verse theory, because like if by that point we could get a sequel to the animated Spider-Verse, what if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come back for just like a 30-minute segment?
Yeah, they don't even have to be in the movie the whole time.
Yeah.
But like, what if like the Sinister Six like develops like this multiverse thing, kind of like Kingpin builds, and then like it all gets warped into the third act or something, and then Tobey Maguire is in New York, but then he sees like another Spider-Man swinging, and then like he chases him down, and then he finds out that it's like Tobey Maguire, and everybody's just like,
dude, yeah, because Tobey Maguire could go up against Doc Ock because, we know that he's fought him. Garfield Spider-Man could go up against Electro and Rhino. I'm still pissed we didn't get to see that fight.
Stop talking about it.
And then, Tom Holland could go up against...
It makes sense because you kind of wonder, how is one dude going to go up against 6 enemies? And I know you could pull it off, but it would just be so much fucking cooler if you had 3 fucking Spider-Men going off against 6.
Hold on. So you said Toby and Doc Ock. Garfield takes on 2.
Yeah.
Electro and Rhino. Tom Holland can take on Mysterio and the Vulture. And what if Miles Morales comes in to take on Scorpion?
That'd be nice.
Like the animated Miles Morales.
That'd just be like, I'd be like, who framed Roger Rabbit just did this movie? Like, we just brought animated characters.
And we just have this cool like spread of ages too. Miles Morales, Tom Holland, Garfield to Maguire. Do it, Sony. Just
do it. Come on. We love
You have the rights
Spider-Man.
to all of these.
I feel like they would come back for just like a...
I wonder if Tobey Maguire would be into it.
I feel like he still loves Spider-Man.
I hope.
His time with Spidey.
I hope he does.
I feel like if anything, Garfield would be the hardest one.
You think so? I don't think so. I think he'd be willing to go back.
Has he ever really talked about it?
He loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just watched Mr. Sunday's movie about it, and I guess he was on on a late show or whatever, or like he was hosting like SNL or something, and there was a skit where it was like a person in a Spider-Man suit just like taking but he was just like a person in a suit taking pictures, and like somebody gave him like $20, and then he ripped off the mask and it was Andrew Garfield. He's like, yes. And so I think he gets the joke, and I remember him saying it was really hard for him to come to terms that he wasn't going to play it for a third time, but
yeah, at least Toby got his trilogy.
Yeah, he got his trilogy, and Tom Holland literally said
Most
he
likely
will play it forever. So, any more thoughts on that?
He says that now until Spider-Man 15 flops.
So I just looked up, I just typed in what are Tobey Maguire's thoughts on Spider-Man, and he said that he enjoyed Tom Holland's and he enjoyed Garfield's. He said that they were both good choices, and he likes their styles and everything. Maguire spends these days focusing more on his production company, Material Pictures, but says he doesn't rule out playing another superhero.
Material Pictures.
And this was posted April 4th, 2019.
I thought you were about to say April 1st.
He hates everything Spider-Man that isn't him.
Well, come on, Sony, listen to us. Just
to a bunch of white kids that have so much experience and so much success.
I mean, look at Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
One of the best movies of last year.
Very ambitious.
So, very ambitious. Pulled off. Now do a live action version. Bring us our 3 guys.
4. Our 4 guys.
If you can go that extreme, do it.
Might as well.
But anyways, any more thoughts on that before I just jump into some totally random news?
No.
Look away.
I can't even read your handwriting.
Good.
Fucking distance.
So,
and upside down.
Yeah.
Taron, I guess, was rumored to be Wolverine.
Quentin
Egerton?
Tarantino?
Yes, Egerton.
No.
But
he has the height.
He debunks it. So, but does that mean anything if an actor says, no, this is false statement?
Speaking of actors saying things are false statement, apparently Kit Harington was a favorite to play Wolverine.
Really?
Nah. I love you, Kit.
See, the thing for me is it's not filling.
It feels like no one can replace
Hugh Jackman. That's what I'm thinking of. It's not the part of filling in Hugh Jackman's role. It's the part of how well do you look like Wolverine? Because Hugh Jackman was probably the closest thing we'll ever get.
In a totally opposite way of what Wolverine was.
What do you mean?
Well, because Wolverine's supposed to be so tiny.
Right.
And so instead we got this gigantic Wolverine.
So
if anything, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman shaped what we think Wolverine is.
I think it's more important of just the look.
Yeah.
Height is okay, but if he doesn't look he can be short, but if he doesn't have the facial features or the hairstyle, he's not gonna be associated with it.
I think you just give it like, cause what, that Logan came out 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago.
I feel like Taron just might look too young.
Yeah, but I'm just like, dude, like, honestly, I'd be fine if they don't do it for like, just do 10 years. You know, it's been like.
Oh, I don't know if Disney wants to wait that
long.
long.
I know Disney doesn't want to, but like, it's been 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Then all you gotta do is wait like another 7 or 8 years, and then be like, hey, Wolverine. Like, that gives you 10 years of no live action Wolverine on screen. Hugh Jackman's, you know, like totally like not even questionable if he ever will return. He's not going to, but like he's just too old at this point. So then at that point, I feel like we would be ready, because right now Hugh Jackman is still very active. He's still very healthy looking, and it's just like, can't you just come back? Like, come on, just do one more movie now that Marvel is owned. Like, X-Men is part of Disney now. Do it one more time, and he's not going to. And so I feel like people still have hope that he is going to, but he's not. So give it like a few more years for these people to like give up their hopes and dreams that Hugh Jackman's going to return, and then introduce it. Because I don't want Comic-Con next year for somebody to walk out and be like, I'm the next Wolverine. I'll be like, oh no.
With that voice.
So that's my 2 cents on it. But because as of right now, I think of all the actors, and I've seen like Boss Logic does like a bunch of pictures
I don't want
of
Elton
people.
John playing Wolverine.
No. Because like he's done like Scott Eastwood. He did like Keanu Reeves. He did a few more people.
Oh, yeah.
I think he did Robert Pattinson.
Dude, I want to see.
Like the Batman thing came out.
I want to see Keanu's Nightcrawler. Probably a little too old, but
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But it's just like I've seen artist renditions of actors that are popular right now, and I'm just like, no. Sorry. Or just get the little girl. We can do X-23 for
honestly, yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
And watch her grow into the role.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. But yeah, there's no segues. I'm just going down my list. Next on the list, Jordan Peele's Candyman, his own version of it, is set to start filming in August. And
own version? Is it a?
I think it's just like a remake of the original from like the 90s.
Oh, I didn't know there's another one.
Yeah, so there's a movie called Candyman, and my mom loved it. She was like one of her favorite movies, like when she was like young. It took place in Chicago, filmed in Chicago. So same thing.
Didn't it have the juice in it?
Yes.
The juice. Ooh. What if it has the juice in this one?
It's cool that they're going back to Chicago to film it. So that'll be fun to see the movie and then see.
Kind of wish Peele just kept doing his own stuff.
Yeah,
like completely original.
I feel like this might be like.
But his first not adaptation, but remake type thing.
It's kind of like John Carpenter with The Thing, because he had such a inspiration with. Because The Thing is an original. It's a remake from The Thing from Outer Space, which is like a 40s movie. And so this is kind of the same thing. Like, I assume
just
Jordan
like
Peele
Lucas said in episode 8, season 3 of Stranger Things.
I feel like Jordan Peele just has such a deep connection with the Candyman, probably like one of his first horror movies that he truly loved, you know, in middle school or whatever. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah.
And so he gets the chance to make it again. So that's kind of cool. I really want to watch the first one, and I looked on all social medias, nowhere. You can't even rent it on Amazon Prime.
Whoa.
Yeah, you have to like buy it on disc. And I'm like,
who buys things anymore?
Right? Do you guys? I think I was talking to Caroline about it. Do you guys remember like when Netflix like would mail you discs?
I was thinking about that.
That was
they still do apparently.
They do.
I think.
That'd be because I totally forgot about it, because that's how I watched like the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead, because they would mail me the discs. And so
I'm pretty sure you can like still get things that they don't have on their service.
That's so interesting. I totally forgot about that. That it pretty much was Blockbuster, but through the mail for a while.
So they got started.
That's just a random thought. And now they might be going under. Who knows? But next thing on the list, this little guy right here. I love this Funko. There is going to be an Invisible Man reboot by Universal. They're doing another monster movie. And for the longest time,
Is it going to be connected?
I hope not. For the longest time, it was going to be Johnny Depp was the rumor. And
all right.
Johnny Depp, every other day, says he's retiring from acting and all of the allegations and everything against him. So no longer. Instead, they are casting Oliver Jackson, who played in the Hill House Netflix series. I never watched it. Sorry, I lied. I watched 2 episodes, and I just could not watch it because I thought it was boring. And I'm like, this is not scary at all.
Dang.
So, did you guys watch it?
I don't think so.
My biggest thing is, what's his name? Elliot from E.T. You know him? You know him though?
Yeah.
Him? Okay, so he plays the dad in the past. So the TV show takes place in the present and it goes back to the past when they're all little kids. So he plays the dad in the past, but then in the present, the dad is another actor completely.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, couldn't you just make Elliot look older instead of casting an entirely other actor to play him?
Yeah.
And that's like, I think like one of the big reasons why I couldn't get into the show because I was like, I don't buy that he looks like he's 40 and now he's 60, but he's completely different. And so I was just frustrated with that move.
I mean, I think that happens a lot still. Like kind of with Howard Stark. I think the age gap is a little bigger, but same thing. How in Captain America.
But like that's like not big at all. Like in this show, like they both had so much screen time. Like at least from like the 2 episodes I watched. And so like that's like a little thing, but like when you have a character that you're just like, oh yeah, you're the same character, you're just older now. It throws me off, and I just couldn't get into it. But apparently everybody loved the show. I didn't care for it.
I don't think it really matters who plays who in that movie because you're not going to see him.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
you're right.
I thought we were still talking about it.
Yeah, I thought we were too. Have you guys seen the original
That's a good
Invisible
point.
Man?
Nope.
It's really good. I haven't seen all of the monster movies. I've seen like 2 or 3 of them. No, I lied. I've seen like 5. But The Invisible Man is probably my favorite. It's really good.
I'm still curious if they're trying to do this whole connected thing, universe.
It'd be cool if they... Oh, that was interesting. If they didn't fucking blow their load on the Mummy. I'll never watch that movie. Never will.
The best thing to
Anyways,
come out of that is they've a really dope Mummy game.
Really?
From yeah.
Oh.
It's like a Metroidvania type game.
Oh.
It's actually very good. We
Interesting.
can play it. Foreshadowing when we play Let's Plays of video game movies.
Oh, that's true. We have a Twitch now. We haven't done anything yet. If you click on the link, you're not going to see anything.
now.
Next on the list, Christoph Waltz is confirmed to be back for Bond 25.
Ooh.
So it's official. He's back. I don't know how big of a part he's going to play.
Right.
But
I mean, he was the big bad.
yeah, and then that's the only thing that I like, spoilers for Spectre, is that at the end of the movie, he gets the girl, she doesn't die, and he doesn't kill the villain. Because every other Bond movie, that's usually what happens. The girl dies and the villain dies.
Well, now watch that villain kill the girl in this one. And that starts the whole thing.
Hopefully not. I really hope this movie is amazing. Because it's going to be the last one with Daniel Craig. He's done after this.
Yeah.
So I really hope he gets to do a good bang.
I didn't think he was going to get 5 movies.
Right? Like, that's awesome. It took a while, but you did it, buddy.
You did it.
You did it. You got a fat paycheck, I bet, for making this last
I'm
one.
Sure. Yeah.
I bet the budget's $100 million, $90 million went to him. Probably it took all the cost of like $10 million to make.
Not even Robert Downey Jr. got that kind of money.
But I just want my trailer already. I just want to react to it and lose my shit.
Yeah, seeing him in Knives Out was.
Yeah, I'm excited
nice.
to see because I wanted to see Logan Lucky, really bad.
Oh.
Because he's like the supporting character, and so I just wanted to see him in other movies because I really don't.
Right.
I watched a movie called Dream House. Do you guys remember that? It was like him, and there's his two little girls, and like it was bad because the twist is that the house that his family died and that
it's all a dream.
and he's been living in a house that was burnt down, but halfway through the movie you find that out that he's been living in this abandoned house. I did not like the twist, and so I didn't like the movie.
Middle twists are always hit or miss.
Yeah, it's either you just
I
like.
guess they never miss.
Huh? You got a boyfriend. Moving on.
What's happening? I'm just gonna go to the next one.
TikTok
this is kind
references
of.
for
I
days.
guess this is sad for Matt. Not really.
Oh no, I know what it is.
Do it.
Do?
My dad died, didn't he?
Oh my gosh. No. Power Rangers sequel is dead.
Oh.
And they're going to reboot it again.
No!
What?
Yes.
I heard about the reboots, but I was just like, nah.
Because in an interview with Billy, I don't know his real name, I feel bad.
Decker Montgomery.
Decker.
He said, "Yep, I'm no longer in the Power Rangers movies, and they're
That
rebooting
sucks.
it."
That's
So,
so
Dude,
fucking
put Naomi
dumb.
Scott back on it.
yep. So
Okay, well, one thing I really liked about the Power Rangers was the fact that, like, these suits that they had just augmented them. Like, it made them stronger so that they didn't have to do all these, like, and then, like, you know, the monsters would just fucking flail and fall back. Like, you know, they
It
got
felt real.
Yeah, they got fucking obliterated. And that was nice, but I liked the first one. So it's just kind of fucking dumb.
the only one. Because there's not going to be another two. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
I
I
hope
just want them to do a better
Daiquiri. That's his name.
theme recovery.
Yeah.
That's a badass name.
That was Decran.
Decran?
No.
What'd you say?
Pretty sure it's just daiquiri.
Daiquiri. Okay.
That's a cool name.
God, it's one syllable away from daiquiri.
Yeah.
Just make it daiquiri.
Daiquiri, Cade, Montgomery.
Daiquiri,
Harvey.
okay.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, cool name, buddy. Okay, I guess just get the sad news out of the way.
That wasn't sad enough.
So I typed in his name, and at the bottom it said Daiquiri Montgomery Shrek. And I was like, when did he play in Shrek?
Show that to the camera really quick if they can see. But probably not. No.
I'll post it to the
he
Twitter.
looks like the human Shrek.
Yeah. I'll post it. I mean,
Where's our
Dude,
live action?
Live
Shrek?
action Shrek. But that's Shrek 3 when he becomes human? No,
No,
does he become
2.
human? 2, okay.
2.
Happy Ever After? Or was that third one? I don't know.
No.
It's been a long time.
It's just Shrek 2.
Mm-hmm.
Shrek Forever After was the fourth one.
Oh. With Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah.
Sad news.
Sad news. It always comes in 3. 3 actors have passed away this week.
And
Billy Bob
The
Thornton?
saddest one, Cameron.
Diaz?
Anthony, we were talking about people that have passed away.
Right. Did she pass away?
Okay. I want to slap you, but I can't reach that
Try,
far.
bitch.
the third one does have something in common with Tommy Lee Jones, though.
Yes. So, Cameron Boyce, I don't think any of us have seen anything that he was in.
Right,
But
he was in the Glee Club?
No, he was in the Descendants Disney show, like Disney movies where it was like the
Oh,
high
that kid.
school-
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Villains.
the kid with, like, the freckles all over his
Yeah.
I
That
didn't-
one's probably the saddest because
I didn't
he's just 20
recognize-
years old.
Yeah, I didn't recognize his face at first, but I do remember seeing him in something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, when I saw him as, like, a kid, I was like, oh.
It was sad because he just died of a seizure and
Mm-hmm.
like,
That could have been...
stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
Jesus.
For those of you who don't know, Andrew used to have a problem with seizures.
I
but-
had epilepsy, Matt. That's what it's called.
Right, whatever. He had epileptic seizures and stuff, but I scared out of him because I'm a good friend. You're welcome. I basically saved your fucking life.
Anyway,
No, you need to do everything for me.
It was sad because I saw an article like a few days afterwards where his dad posted a picture of them two, like, and he said like this was taken hours before like our son was taken
Right.
away, and I was like, damn. It was just really sad because like it's just one of those things like Luke Perry who just passed away recently from
That's
Riverdale
what I was thinking. Not really.
Yeah, that's a sad one for me.
that he just
Really?
had a
Yeah.
massive stroke
Mhm.
and just died just out of nowhere, and so that's pretty sad. But
Really?
second one, Rip Torn from the Men in Black movies.
Yeah.
He played.
And I'll excuse you, and Dodgeball?
I was gonna get there.
Well, you just sounded like you were going to move on, so
I
I'm
said,
sorry.
and from Dodgeball, the dude in the wheelchair,
The
fight me.
5 Ds of dodgeball
You're
guy.
all right, Crane.
I love Dodgeball.
I need to watch it again.
Rest in peace. He
Yeah.
was awesome. I looked though, and he retired quite a long time ago.
What
Like-
a fucking name that is. Rip Torn.
yeah. Well, I actually really didn't think about that.
Yeah. Rip
What's your
and-
name? I don't know. Oh, okay, let's look at your pants. They're all ripped and torn. We'll just call you Solo.
Damn it.
That was a good one.
And then, last but not least, the actress who played Violet in the Willy Wonka movie in 1971 passed away. So,
He said they come in 3s.
yeah.
Wasn't it 4? Or you bring up
'cause
Luke Perry because
you brought up Luke Perry.
Oh yeah, no, I just brought up Luke Perry. He died in like February.
Yeah.
I was just saying like that was another one that caught off guard, but it always comes in threes, every shape, size.
Of the week.
Yeah, he was in. I started watching the show with Lauren a while ago, and it's called Riverdale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good show, and he was in that. He was the dad.
Yeah, and that's what he was active in that. Like he was in every episode. So like I think they filmed his final episode or something is like going to be like the season premiere of the newest season or whatever, and so it'll probably be a sad episode.
Maybe we just have too many actors now.
And also he's going to be he's in Once Upon a Time, so
Yeah, I saw that.
mm-hmm.
That's gonna be.
It'll be sad to see him in that. But those are the deaths. So then on to more nerd news.
Great.
The Eternals have been getting a lot of buzz recently,
Right.
Because the rumors of Keanu joining, and now the rumors of our lovable L.
Diablo. Oh, L is
Yes.
like 11.
Yes, 11
Okay.
is rumored to be in it as well. Like,
As?
hardcore rumors, I don't know, but she has debunked it.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
I hate her.
Because there's some news in here that justifies that, I think.
Can you stop clicking that goddamn pen?
I lost my other pen, sadly.
My ears are bleeding.
My Iron Man pen, I lost it.
Oh no.
But anyway, so yeah, there's another debunked. I think this one is more likely she's just saying it's not, but it's actually really true.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Or like things aren't final yet, so.
Yeah, and she can't say anything,
Yeah.
but I think that this one will be true. So that'd be cool. An Eternals movie, that'd be awesome. I'd be really intrigued.
Yeah, you already screwed up the Inhumans, so.
Yeah.
Running out of stuff. Don't screw this one up.
I guess I'll just jump to that really quick. July 12th of this year, so like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah, yesterday.
Inhumans was supposed to be out in theaters. Like when it was announced at first,
Yeah.
and instead we got Spider-Man 2 because
Why'd they even do a series if they announced a movie? Because that's what really screwed it up.
I would have
feel
loved
like-
to see Black Bolt in the MCU though.
yeah,
Because-
that'd be really cool.
I feel like it coming out now, even if they didn't do the TV series, would still feel weird. Definitely like save that for later. Like, just keep pushing that down.
Yeah, but do you know about Black Bolt?
I know what he looks like, but he's got like the.
Yeah, but do you know what he does?
Not really. I don't at least.
So he can't
Vaguely.
talk at all
Uh-huh.
because his voice is so powerful it can destroy literally anything, like planets and everything. So he's fucking silent the entire fucking time.
So what does he do? Like, does he just?
I'm pretty sure he has a wife because he's got like 4 wives and like
His
one
wife is a hair girl, right?
he's got like 4 wives.
One of his wives is the hair girl.
Yeah,
right?
The
somebody
greatest
said-
thing is that they chopped her hair off after the first episode. I think that's the funniest thing ever. Because,
Seriously?
Yes, because it was.
That was totally a budgetary.
Because David told me
decision.
they were just like, yeah, like her hair's cut, so now she can't even use her powers.
Well, they were like caught by like the government or something, right?
I have no idea. All I
So-
know is that the reason that they cut her hair was because of budget. They didn't want to CGI her hair.
Yeah. Well, in the comics, the Inhumans kind of reside in their own floating city above New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And like they just kind of keep to themselves and for the most part and everything.
I've played Ultimate Alliance. I know this.
I know this.
And I
So
played, I played Lego Marvel 2, okay? I know this.
Okay, well,
story.
I'm telling Caleb. Caleb, did you know that?
I did not.
Boom, you got schooled. Boom, fuck you.
Gee, God. But so weird that like Marvel they have superheroes, they have mutants, and now Inhumans. That they're all different. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird that mutants aren't considered like superheroes. Like, why isn't like Black Widow a mutant? Considered a mutant?
She's just like a glorified like Navy SEAL almost, you know? Like
Is it because they weren't
America.
born? Is it because they weren't born with the superpowers? Like Hulk isn't a mutant because he was gamma rays. Cap's not a mutant because he was injected.
Yeah, I think that it just kind of comes down to classification because Inhumans are just a race entirely.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure they get inhuman powers.
Are they like
from
aliens?
Something. I think so. Superheroes.
Whereas like mutants just get it from a mutation, and Inhumans got it because they're just a different race,
Yeah, but like superheroes are just
or they got it from a common power source.
yeah. But like superheroes are just superheroes, like heroes that are just taking it to the next level.
Mhm.
And then mutants are just it's because of their genes.
But so then they're not even superheroes as well.
No,
Right.
they are, but it's just technical.
And
Well, I mean,
Thor's
'cause
like,
you have Magneto, who's
there's a fourth one too. Gods. Thor.
Thor, Loki, Odin,
Yeah.
all of them. Anyways, that's a lot of races and identification issues that Marvel's gonna have to figure out in the next few
Yep.
years.
Don't screw it up. We
Sorry,
have
Disney.
20 more years of movies.
We're not here to help you on that one.
It's okay if you ask. We'll fucking help. Okay, just please.
Here, are you boys ready for this? I know how much we all loved Midsommar.
the worst movie of the year so far. Maybe.
Ooh,
Hellboy.
that rhymed.
I take that back.
The most disappointing.
There is a
movie of the year.
director's cut.
Oh. Okay.
Are they releasing it?
I don't know about that, but 30 extra minutes to this.
Because the movie wasn't long enough.
Right? 30 extra minutes. If they show more gore, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not really impressed.
No?
No.
I think I will watch the
A director's cut needs to be 30 minutes less of the movie.
It's called cut. You cut stuff from it, not add to it.
Like the
I think you're onto
producer's-
something.
The producer's cut of Alien 3.
Yeah, you mean the fucking greatest movie ever?
Moving on.
Moving on, I just wanted to share that little news because we all love that movie, Connor. Space Jam 2 has hired War Machine to be in
Yep.
the movie. I am now Sean Connery.
You spoiled that the other day.
I did. Sorry. Yeah.
The Cheadle Meister.
He is in it. He's mysterious. We don't know who he's going to be playing. Maybe the villain. Maybe Bill Murray. I don't know.
Maybe Michael Jordan's son.
You chuckle before you even finish saying it.
Yeah.
Now I want to watch Space Jam.
I got it right here. I think the only steelbook that I own because it was like $3 at Best Buy last year.
Playing basketball. I don't like
love Space
basketball.
Jam.
But I love
Here's a little
I would
story.
totally fucking bang Lola.
Literally the only. Dude, okay,
Dude, everyone, male and female,
quick.
and non-binary.
2 quick stories. One story about Lola, like the bunny chick. Okay, I was at work and this guy.
And she just walked up.
No, this guy had a shirt with Bugs Bunny sitting on a chair. Lola Bunny was bent over. Her pants were down. She had a handprint, and like there was a motion of Bugs going like this. It was on a dude's shirt.
That's fucking big dick energy right there. I'll
Dude,
tell you
it
what.
was ballsy, man. Like all of us were like, "Did you check out this guy's shirt?" Like, cause that's just not a shirt you wear in public, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Was
maybe
it one of those where it's got like the graffiti look to it?
I don't remember. I just remember like looking at
You
that,
know the
and I
shirt.
was just I was just like, I was like, how did you have the balls to walk out and be like, this is socially acceptable? Because it's not.
Did he look like one of those dudes that just does not care?
Oh yeah, no,
about-
he totally was just like a fat dude, long beard, and
Oh,
hair.
that makes it so much worse.
It's creepy.
That puts a weird taste in my mouth.
My second news just story with Space Jam is Mitchell, for the longest time, had never seen it, and he didn't want to.
Space Jam?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He didn't want to because he thought it was stupid. Okay.
Stupid.
That's like.
Go on.
Anyways,
That's just the kind of dumb shit that's up his alley.
so one summer we're going to camp and we're like on a coach bus, and so we have like the DVD players that can like show movies, and
Did you have a headphone splitter?
no.
So you could watch with Mary Jane?
And so we all vote on Space Jam, and I'm like, oh, Mitchell, I gotta watch it. He's like, nope, I'm gonna read my book.
What a prick!
So he starts reading the book, but then like 15 minutes into the movie, I kind of like look behind me, and like he's kind of like doing this, where he's like looking with like trying to like sit back down, and then like about halfway in the movie, he's just watching it like a little kid. And then next thing I know, he buys the movie. He buys that jersey because you know he has the
my
jersey, and he loves the movie. And I'm like, I thought you hated it. And I'm just like, first off, how did you not grow up with that
It's
movie?
one thing to say you haven't seen it. Go see it. But when you make an effort to not watch it, then everyone's going to be like, I thought you hated it.
Yeah, right? Because like, he said he thought it looked stupid and like kiddish. And I'm like, yeah, but it's still awesome.
Proceeds to buy.
Proceeds to buy everything. But yeah, that's just a funny story. Mitchell. He doesn't even listen to these. But whoever listens to that, we'll give you his social security number next time.
And address.
So the reason why the Sherlock Holmes movies are on display as well.
Please be what I hope it is.
Sadly, hear me out.
You said sadly.
Guy Ritchie is not directing it.
That's pretty sad.
It's pretty sad.
It's not as bad as RDJ dropping out, but like that's still kind of sucky.
He's not done yet.
The movie is happening. Guy Ritchie is out.
Wait, it is happening.
Guy Ritchie is out.
I want you to fucking say it.
It is happening.
Thank you.
But Guy Ritchie is out.
Okay, that definitely sucks.
Dexter Flexter, he did
What a
Rocket
name.
Man is in.
Dexter Flexter. Dexter Flexter
is in as director.
His parents knew what they were doing.
He just did recently. He did Rocket Man. He did Eddie the Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
He is now the director of Sherlock Holmes 3.
All right.
So is RDJ still on?
I mean, I assume it's the Sherlock Holmes.
In J-Law?
It's Sherlock Holmes 3, so I assume they both are on, or then it's not Sherlock Holmes 3. So
Yeah.
it's just really sad because Guy Ritchie is an amazing director, and Disney just ate him and spit him out for Aladdin. But I love those movies.
He retired from directing.
I love
after
Snatch. I love King Arthur. I kind of wanted him to have a trilogy, and so I wonder if he's gonna.
He
be like,
can.
I wonder
why
he backed out. I'm kind of curious. I don't
What
know.
other
Maybe he's going to
projects?
be a producer.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's not going to be another King Arthur movie because that was like the biggest bomb of last year or 2 years ago, whenever that came out. Last year. But anyways, that's some news about that. Because didn't Connor just say like last week that movie wasn't going to happen, and then my fist clenched because I was like, I love those movies and it's going to happen.
I think he did.
I think he said it.
Connor, if you're at this point in the podcast, I need you to write that comment.
Did you say that this movie's not happening? Because apparently it is.
Also, when was the last time you pooped?
He's probably in the toilet right now listening to this podcast, writing this comment.
Oh, also, side note, I took a poop the other day on the size of a capital H. It was fucking fantastic.
What?
Honestly.
What's the size of a
And then like a few days after
the
that,
size
I
or
got
the shape?
What do you mean?
You said it's the size of a capital H?
Well, I mean the shape.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
they were decent sized logs.
a capital H could be any size. It could be this
Honestly.
big. It could be this big.
It was a
It
decent.
could be this.
Literally.
Was it that big?
Capital H right there.
That looks like an N.
Okay,
Are you kidding me?
Capital H.
Okay, it was big enough to take up like both sides of the toilet.
Anyways, why are we talking about this?
I also took a shit the size of my forearm the other day.
Look, show the people your forearms so they know.
From here to here.
I just wanted to
I
have
got
a nice
down by the toilet
podcast.
and was just like,
Matt, that's very interesting. I wonder what could go up.
So
If that
we
size
talked
could come
about a movie called Stuber that came out this previous weekend. Correct, guys? Correct.
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
Mom.
Remember when we saw the trailer for My Spy?
Yeah.
Apparently not, because I don't really remember it.
Well, it got delayed till next year
Ah!
because people
Who else
don't.
is in it?
I don't know.
It's Batista, and who's the...
It's just a little chick who
okay, and
plays
the little
Louise.
girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Plays what?
The companies don't want people to get confused with that movie with this movie.
It was very copy.
Yeah, so
It's like a
delayed till
CIA
next
agent
year.
or something.
So that's a thing. And then last on this
You
page,
haven't been crossing things off. I was very nervous. I
Why?
thought there was still that much left on that page.
Oh no, this is it. So the last thing, have you guys seen the Sith Trooper for episode 9?
I've seen I've seen like
No.
half of it.
Dude, okay. People that are listening to this, if you're not
Is
driving,
this to replace Phasma? As
no,
a
I think it's
secondary
just
villain?
like I think it's just gonna be like Sith Troopers. Like this is what they're gonna look like now. So yeah, if you guys don't know what it looks like, just type in Sith Troopers
I can't get over this Shrek.
episode 9 and go to images and boom, right there. There you go. That is what they're gonna look like in the movie.
I mean,
I wonder if
yeah,
it's,
they're badass. But I mean,
First
it's literally just like a red sky or a red sky trooper.
it looks
Stormtrooper.
It looks cool though.
No, it definitely does.
And like I don't think it's gonna be like the entire fleet, but I think it's gonna be
Right.
like kind of
Like a special
elites,
section.
You know, like I think that's awesome. It looks really cool. And
Yeah, play around with it. We
Right.
got white troopers, we got black troopers, we got chrome
Also,
troopers.
did you guys know that the reason
Red.
why the Death Troopers' voices and Rogue One were all garbled was because they were talking to one another, but when we heard the garbledness, that was just basically a transmission going from one helmet to the other helmets, and the helmets for the Death Troopers would decode what they were saying and it would come in as like an actual language to them.
That's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
So they could talk in the middle of battle and everything and just discuss plans. But in reality, they would hear, let's fucking flank to the right.
Why didn't we know that in the movie?
I thought you guys knew.
No.
Oh, yeah. I heard about it. Was like a little fun fact I read afterwards, but it was pretty cool.
I wish they explained that in the movie.
Right.
That's something cool to know watching it.
I guess it's also like one of those things where it's like, if you just kind of
It doesn't need to be said too.
Yeah, but like, you kind of like, you read it and you go back and watch it and you're like,
Oh,
cool.
But then, like, not everybody's going to do that,
And then J.K. Rowling comes out and she's like, "Did you know that those two banged?"
This isn't even your fucking movie. I just want you to know.
But did you know?
Did you know?
I just made that up right now. I mean, it's always been a thing.
So, next on the list, we're talking about Sam Raimi again. Because
Sammy.
this guy is not done with the Evil Dead movies, apparently. And he's been working.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
He's been working on an idea for a new Evil Dead movie.
Also, he must really like Bruce Campbell.
Dude, yeah. They're like, it's kind of like, it's like The Do, like directors find their actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Like Tarantino and DiCaprio.
Yeah. Because this couple, Bruce and Sam,
I thought it was more Tarantino and Jackson.
Yeah. Tarantino and Jackson.
Jackson.
Sam Jackson.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
No, yeah. Or like Johnny Depp, Tim Burton in the early years.
Yeah.
I think, if anything, more Scorsese and Leo, I think, have done.
That makes sense.
I think
Actually,
Yeah.
that's probably what I was thinking
I think
of.
they've done like 3 or 4 movies together.
Yeah.
Anyways, because they did The Evil Dead, which is like the ultimate indie horror movie ever. Like when people point at that. So like they both started at the bottom, then they got really famous, then they made The Evil Dead 2, which is technically supposed to be The Evil Dead, but with a budget. And then they do Army of Darkness, and then every other movie that Sam Raimi did, he even put them in the Spider-Man movies because that's how much of a connection they had, because they pretty much were like, they're just probably best friends.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty cool that that whole thing kind of spawned a
Which I kind of
TV
assume that's
series.
what we're going to be on some levels. Like, we're not going to be working on this, but I still want like a little cameo in it.
right? Yeah, like like you're
Be
doing
on set
something,
for
I'm
a
doing
day.
something. You come over and be like, "Hey man, can I be in the background right there?"
Yeah.
So
I'll give you $5. I'll get you lunch. Just let me be in the movie.
You can go to lunch, okay? But yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I have only did you watch it with me, The Evil Dead? Didn't we watch
think so.
it one like last summer or
I think
something?
so, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I would love to watch the sequel, which is like the one with the budget.
Yeah.
And then I really want to see Army of Darkness.
So is it literally just like a remake,
I have no idea. I've never seen
or what
Evil
they
Dead 2.
envisioned it to be?
But have you seen the original Evil Dead? Because it's literally like a movie where like people just rented out a cabin and they just went and filmed a movie. And like
Dope.
it's so
That's really cool.
It's so fucking awesome. Just like because you can just tell like how campy it is and just like how much passion everybody has for it. And then it got such a cult following that they bought the rights, and then they're like, "Hey, here's millions of dollars," and Sam Raimi's like, "Time to make the real movie."
Yeah.
So, but that's really cool, and I love him as a horror director. That's really cool because even in Spider-Man, there are elements of horror.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the Green Goblin final battle.
Yeah.
Very like gothic looking.
Yeah, and Doc
horror.
Ock killing all the doctors.
Yeah, that scene.
That messed me up.
That
as a
scene
kid.
was I remember that scene messing me up too. I think
I saw that with my grandparents too. I'm just like, what is
Dude,
going on?
I think I saw Spider-Man 2 with my grandma, and she had to cover my eyes because that scene was like way too like it just caught me off guard.
Yeah, it was definitely.
It's a very dark moment in a superhero movie.
Yeah, because like there was like that one scene in the operating room where like the chick just gets dragged underneath the table.
That's total horror. Yeah, that's just
And we get like the shadow marionette where like then like the saw's coming in, the girl's just like, ah.
God, man,
Yeah.
fuck people who say the Sam Raimi movies suck.
Oh, dude, I kind of want to watch them again now.
think it's just
Now
a
I want to really
bandwagon
watch that
thing.
scene like alone. So next news: the actor who plays Colossus in the Deadpool movies wants to play Kraven. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Sure.
I
Cool,
could
yeah.
be down with that because Kraven. Do you know if he's Russian? I feel like he is. Well, no, he's not really Russian.
feel like
he's from
he-
like the Lost Lands or something, which
Yeah.
is like in Antarctica in the comics at least. And that's like where a whole like bunch
He's
of like
just a safari dude.
I always thought he'd be
Wild
more of like
thornberries.
Sure.
Nigel, Philip,
Sure.
Tim Curry as Kraven. Okay.
as long as he has his tiger leopard vest.
I hope he has pants though.
Stop.
You know what I mean.
Did you play the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game? No, because he was in that.
Oh.
And that was kind of cool. That was the best part of that game because that game sucked. But I like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game. Did you play that?
No.
Oh, that one was fun. Because it took place between 1 and 2, and then this one took place after 2. So.
Have you played Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain?
No.
Oh, okay,
no.
well that game was fun.
This is relevant. That wasn't.
Oh,
So moving
excuse
on, Mortal Kombat. Have you guys heard about this movie?
Yep.
No.
Well, slated for 2021.
It's so far away.
It is going to be produced by James Wan.
Didn't you have something to say about that, Matt?
What do you mean?
James Wan. I don't know. I remember like you bringing that up to me. I was like, yeah, I heard about that. And then you brought something up, and you're like, oh, Andrew's gonna hate that. Was that Mortal Kombat? I don't know.
Anyways, it is going to be promised for a hard R, and there will be fatalities.
The fatalities, yes.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want Sub-Zero.
Well,
It's gonna be so cool.
they casted him.
They did?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Who?
I'm gonna
Oh,
show you
no.
a photo
Oh
because
no.
I don't know if I recognize this person by the name, and I forgot to look him up.
With how you're talking right now, it makes me scared.
Makes you scared. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if I know this person. Like, unless I feel really stupid.
Zachary.
Oh no, this okay. He's in the Raid movie. He's in
Raid.
okay.
I think I know who it is.
This guy. Okay, this picture kind of looks.
I mean, they
dorky,
better be Asian because
But
Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't recognize him.
What's his name?
Joe Taslim.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Yeah, a good chunk of the Mortal Kombat characters are Asian, so they better.
So he is. I think he's
Stick
the only
with
one
that.
on right now as
Interesting.
as actors. So we have a while, 2 years, but
Yeah.
2.5 years kind of.
Oh, Johnny Cage.
Who would be Johnny Cage?
Brad
What if they
Pitt.
do Johnny and Cassie? Nah, I probably can't.
You know what? I think you didn't say it, but Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I heard you kind of say Pratt. I think I heard you, or you just made noise that sounded like Pratt, and then that Chris Pratt. I think he could be, especially how he just played himself in the Lego Movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could see him being a cocky,
Just very
actor.
eccentric and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun role for
Yeah.
him. And then an excuse for him to get buff again. So
I feel like he needs to be cut for that though, not just buff. Because like the joke in Infinity War is like, he's strong, but like he's still like that. He's
What
a
was-
sandwich away from being
yeah,
fat.
he was the same. I was like, well, what was like the Subway joke they made?
Yeah, or like that iconic shot in Guardians 1 where he's looking all pissed and he's just standing up. It's like
yeah.
he's buff, but he's still like thick buff. Like
Yeah.
Affleck was thick buff as well.
Because then you cut
for
to him
Batman.
in like Parks and Rec, and he's all chubby, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh.
But like Johnny Cage is like just cut
Yeah.
Yeah.
and super buff.
But so that's I am excited
Dolph
for it.
Lundgren. No, not Dolph. Van Damme. That's what I was thinking of.
Nah,
Oh.
he's too old.
Yeah, too old.
Oh yeah, way too old.
But if it's Cassie instead and an old Johnny Cage,
then yeah, I could see that.
mm-hmm.
But I kind of want
I don't want to
Johnny
say
Cage to
Dolph
be young.
Lundgren. Yeah,
But fatalities, dude.
but
That's
sequels in the future. We can
Yeah.
do something like that.
Did you guys ever see Look Who's Talking? The movie where the babies talk.
No.
God, there were a lot of movies like that back in the day.
It was John Travolta.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they're making a freaking reboot.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that before.
Why do we need a reboot of that movie?
What we were going into a movie, and you brought that up.
Yeah, I
Are we
loved the
going
movie when
to-
I was growing up. I loved Look Who's Talking because it was just a baby that could talk. It was pretty funny when I was a kid.
When I think about movies where babies can talk, I think of what is it, like Little Man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
yeah, Martin
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Where it's just his face on a baby or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was just a little thing I saw when I was scrolling through news, and I was like, duh. But another little quick thing. Apparently, Lauren, who plays Maggie in The Walking Dead, wants to come back to the show now.
Lauren Cohen.
Yeah. So she wants to come back. So
That's why you got the Bible.
yeah.
Walking Dead book.
Also, I just
With
kind of
the-
wanted to throw a comic in there because it was just all movies.
graphic novel.
So I'm sorry, internet webs. Next thing, this is kind of a big one to talk about because I don't know if you guys heard it, or you heard this part. Friends is leaving Netflix.
No.
Now
I
did you-
didn't hear about that.
Jesus Christ.
I said you. So
Go
Caleb,
on.
so Caleb, have you heard about where it's going?
NBC streaming service.
No, HBO Max.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what HBO Max is?
No.
HBO has so many different things now.
So,
HBO Go.
HBO
Plus.
Max is going to consist of Warner Brothers, Cartoon Network, True TV, New Line Cinema, TNT, Adult Swim, TBS, CNN, Boomerang, DC, and all of HBO.
Okay,
So
that
TBS,
actually...
NBC, and HBO teamed up.
Pretty much, yeah. They all came together, and now it's going to call it HBO Max. So
That's gonna be so confusing though. But
you get all you. So you're getting the DC. You get all that stuff. Everything on TBS, everything on TNT.
Is it DC?
And Warner Brothers.
Oh shit!
No, okay, I know I said that,
Okay, that kinda
streaming
saves.
services were pretty dumb, but that's pretty fucking good.
Okay.
I mean, Adult Swim in itself, like that's...
But you're
That's
gonna
the package.
So many
Boomerang,
movies.
Cartoon Network, and
Yeah,
Adult Swim.
all of those.
Does it mean Toonami too?
If that's
Probably.
the
I
case,
mean,
we have
then
a
I can
way
get
to
rid
watch
of-
anime.
But yeah, everything owned by Warner Brothers is pretty much teaming up with HBO. I think it's coming out next
Is
year.
HBO owned by someone, or is HBO their own thing?
I think HBO is their own thing. So it's pretty crazy. They just announced this a few days ago. I just kind of saw it and I was like, whoa, this is pretty big news. But, because like we said, like, streaming services, they're probably just going to start connecting.
Mm-hmm.
And so Warner Brothers probably were like, you know what? Let's not really make our own. Let's just go to somebody else. Why not?
I hoped they realized that if NBC did their own CBS,
and it was not
Warner Bros.
and it wasn't successful.
Yeah, they're not gonna survive like that.
So then, like, what if everything just kind of morphs into HBO, and then HBO just becomes the ultimate one?
All right.
And then it's HBO against Disney. Because Disney is going to have all the Fox stuff on there.
I kind of hope Netflix can still survive on their own.
I hope, but it's honestly, after this, it's kind
If
of
Netflix
scary.
just turns into its own like original thing, like they still have comedy is still like a big part of their thing,
'Cause
and stand up.
one thing, the price. It's
Yes.
$16.
They might have
keeps
to
on
drop
going
it back down because if they keep rising it and they lose shows, then yeah, people are gonna split.
What?
Netflix
Oh, well, I was saying HBO is going to be $16 a month.
Oh, that...
matches Netflix. Well, for the premium service.
Yeah. But up against Disney, which is $8, I think, is what the rumor was. 8 or 6, something really dirt cheap.
I'm pretty sure it was like $7.99.
Yeah, so $8. Thank you, Matt.
God, they just know that everyone's gonna get it at that price.
Dude, I mean, we got to do it day one, man.
Yeah.
Mandalorian, like, that's launching day one. Like,
Where's the trailer?
come on, I want to react.
I just want to see something.
Right? It comes out in November, right? November or October is when
I think the streaming service drops, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
and
going to be dropping Mandalorian day one?
They promise day one. All the episodes are going to be out.
Fuck.
So, that's pretty crazy. Should I say? I'm going to save that for last.
Oh my god.
Brightburn 2 is in discussion, according
Okay.
to James Gunn.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if all of the superheroes that they foreshadowed, the Dark Justice League, if they all were kids,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool. And then,
A young and dark Justice League.
like, if they just fight each other. That's what I could see. Like, I don't see them teaming up and destroying the world. I see, like, Brightburn kid looks and sees Aquaman kid, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then they go at it. Like, and then it's kind of like survival to the fittest, to the very last one. And then whoever wins is just like, oh yeah, and then blows up the planet. And then they're just like, okay, I can't make another sequel. And then Michael Rooker plays a bigger part in this one.
No, dude, like I theorized, if they take the aunt and the little girl and they go after to kill the kid, I'd be okay with that. Because I feel like the little girl has a lot to bring to the table against that kid.
What you need to do is take a spaceship, break it down into bullet forms, and then just fucking shoot him.
Yep.
So all you need to do. It's kind of pathetic how weak he is when it comes to his own material.
I mean, it's kryptonite.
I know it's kryptonite, but like, I feel like I mean, we never get to really see kryptonite in the movies, but I feel like just because like his ship is right there and kryptonite feels more like such a rare thing,
Yeah.
is why like it's that easy. But
It's rare, but then it's so convenient that some characters can just get their hands on it. It's like,
right, it's like how I get
Yeah.
it, you're Lex Luthor, but how? Like just because you're the villain. But anyways, that's what's happening.
as he puts it in his mouth like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh man, what was going on in those movies?
He put it into like the Congresswoman.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's like playing basketball or whatever. Yeah. So we were talking about
Just Lex
way
things.
earlier about women reboot movies.
Mm-hmm.
Creator of The Mask, the Jim Carrey movies, like the creator of that character, that comic, says he would love for a reboot with a girl.
As long as it's better than the baby one. Okay.
I wouldn't be against it.
No, because like,
Didn't Cameron Diaz have a moment where she had the mask on?
I think so.
so did the dog, and like that's the thing, because like, that's not about the man; it's about the mask.
Yeah.
So, I think it just kind of
I would
comes
love
down.
to revisit that movie.
Yeah, I think it just kind of comes down to how well can you pull that.
You need a very funny female as well, because Jim Carrey carried that movie.
Oh, so good.
I mean, obviously he was a star, but like
So
without Jim
good.
Carrey, I don't see that movie being anywhere as good. And I can't.
I would
Maybe Kate McKinnon. I don't really watch SNL that much, but like she seems to be like one of the biggest girls in comedy.
Yeah, I think she would actually do a really good job.
Mm-hmm. Because she can do the facial expressions.
And
That's
she could
like the
just-
big thing you need is the facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and like being just so physically.
I swear to God, it's Melissa McCarthy.
With puppets, and then the puppets get the mask.
What could you imagine? What could they be?
I mean,
trying to think of
nothing's in the work. It's just he just
Or-
said that he would love it.
Amy Schumer. No.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Amy Schumer,
Amy Poehler, Tina Fey.
Tina Fey, the duo. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Get them in a movie again together.
That'd be neat.
Anna Faris. You guys don't think she's funny?
Yeah. I think she's more of like a stupid funny.
I love Anna
Just
Faris.
like a
I'm
dumb
blanking on her.
blonde.
What is she in?
Scary Movies. She was married
Oh,
to Chris
duh.
Pratt.
I need to show you
Yeah.
guys Waiting.
What?
The movie that I keep talking about with Ryan Reynolds,
Oh,
Anna
yeah.
Faris.
I bought it
Oh, you did?
yesterday or 2 days ago.
You know what that sounded like?
I was at Best Buy when I was buying the movies for Ariel, and there was a $5 bucket for Blu-rays, and I looked and I'm like, oh, I pull. I'm like, there's Waiting, so I bought it.
You sound just like Tim Allen when you
I
said
wanted
you
to just
did.
randomly pull it out, but I knew you'd have a good reaction for the podcast. That's why I said it right now.
It's a great
Just
movie.
watch it after the podcast.
That is the movie, and that's the reason why after watching that movie, I always treat everybody at restaurants with such respect. Not even because it's like they do a hard job, but there's just one scene in the kitchen where I'm just like, fuck.
I love Anna Faris. The
Yeah.
most recent movie I saw, it was called What's Your Number with Chris Evans, and it was pretty much about like what's your sex number, like how many like people have you slept with, and then there's like it was like an article in a magazine, and it's like if you slept with this many people, this is like your paragraph for you, and the whole movie she slept with 18 people, and so her mission is to just find one of those people to be the right one, so she doesn't have to get to number 19. And then of course Chris Evans is across the room, and they're gonna fall in love eventually. It's a fun romantic comedy.
I think I've heard of that movie.
It's pretty good. Oh my gosh, Falcon is in it, and he
Fuck.
plays a gay senator.
When was this movie?
It was like either right before Captain America or right after.
That's a young Anthony Mackie.
And then
Dude, you know
it's
he was in 8 Mile?
Martin Freeman
Really?
is in it.
I haven't seen 8 Mile in so long.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but yeah, Martin Freeman was also in the movie as one of the guys that she dates. It's a really fun. Oh my, Andy Samberg's in it.
Oh my god.
I can't say anything, but it's just like, it's just funny. It's great. We should watch it. But I'm sorry, it's just when you know me and my love for him, and then you see his character, and you look at me, and you're like, Andrew, no. But don't look anything up. People, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Next movie or thing.
It's very niche.
Expendables 4, possibly floating in the air. Stallone says.
No, Stallone. Give it a fucking rest,
Just focus
dude.
on Creed 3.
Just take a nap.
Hear me out. I love the first two
I haven't seen the third one.
because they made it PG-13.
Oh, really?
Yes. The first two are rated R, and they show it, and then they pulled back for a younger audience.
Does
and
that
made
mean the
third
fourth one's going to be
PG-13.
PG?
I mean, they should just go X at this point
To make up for the
to
third
make
one?
up for the loss of the third, because the third one was
evens
such a
out.
letdown, because every time, like like you would definitely like a person was getting their neck slit open, you would see blood, it would just cut away, or it was freaking dust or something, and you're like, this is pathetic.
Dust.
And so, I don't know, they're getting older, so let them have fun, hang out together, do all that stuff.
I mean, it's definitely an awesome film series.
It's crazy to imagine like
Just dumb, fun action
Stallone,
movies.
Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, like all of them together in a scene, and like
Yeah.
when Chuck Norris shows up, and you're just like,
And he's
this
just
is
like-
awesome. Terry Crews is in there, like you just get all the badasses in there.
Yeah.
And so
Is Jackie Chan in those? Any of those?
I
Jet
don't-
Li is.
Yeah, Jet Li is. That's what I was thinking of.
I think Jackie Chan is too fun action
Right.
to be in that.
But then like now you could probably definitely put in Dwayne Johnson, because like he is now the Schwarzenegger of our time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um,
And he's gonna be for a while.
yeah. Next one. Apparently, there's a Space Invaders movie happening, like the video game,
I heard of that.
Like Pixels?
but not. But not Pixels. But yeah. So apparently that's
Pixels?
happening.
You mean the first great video game movie?
Said no one ever. The best Adam Sandler movie also said no one ever. But whatever. It's a movie
Yeah.
that's going to be made about Space
Was
Invaders.
Kevin Smith in that movie too?
Yeah.
Of course he was. It's an Adam Sandler movie. He has all his friends in it.
Yeah.
It was a vacation. Next, neither of you guys watched Mindhunter, right? On Netflix.
No. Yeah, no.
Fuck.
It was.
Is that the one with the serial killers and the 2 FBI agents?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good show, right?
The first like 10 minutes of the show blew my fucking head off.
Season 2 comes out August 16th.
Okay.
So, I loved season 1 so much. It's David Fincher as well. So he's producing it. He directs half of the episodes. That's where they built the awesome Xenomorph camera
Yeah.
for that show. So it's a really good show. It's also just an awesome premise because it's how they coined the word serial killer.
Yeah.
So watching the show and you're just like, he's a serial killer. Say it, but they don't because
Yeah.
they don't know what it means yet.
Say it.
And also, did you watch the full season?
I think I stopped with a few episodes left.
Oh man, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to Kemp? Like when they interview him for the first time?
Maybe.
Like he's a big
You
dude
mean-
with
Yes.
the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets
Governor
better.
of the state of Georgia,
Oh my
Kemp.
god, yes. He cut off his mom's head and gave himself a blowjob.
Yeah, I've gotten quite a few
Okay.
parts in
Yeah,
with him.
he's pretty good.
Spoilers.
It's the real life. I got 5 more pieces of news. So, the Switch Lite apparently is a thing.
Yes.
And the biggest takeaway from it is that
It is not a Switch.
It is literally
You can't switch.
like a Game Boy, pretty
Yeah.
much. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think it's fine. It's to a market that I really underestimated how many people play their Switch in handheld. I'm mostly a TV guy, so there's a huge market that don't want to get one because it's just a little too expensive.
How much
They
is
just
like
wanna
a
do the-
normal Switch?
300.
Okay, so this is $100
I mean,
cheaper.
it's still relatively cheap, but like for kids, that's
I
all the
saw
money in the world.
I saw a picture, and it was like a concept, and like fan made,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody drew it themselves playing the Switch, but then they had like like bars of signal coming off of the Switch Lite
Uh-huh.
to the TV, so it's like a screen mirror. So it's like you're basically like you're playing on the Switch, but
Mhm.
like you can also cast to your TV.
That's kind of what the Wii U did. So if they could find a way to make it to where you can actually take it anywhere, where with the Wii U you could only
Wii U.
go so far away.
The Wii U is such a weird
Mhm.
device.
It's very interesting.
It's
Yeah, they're
cool, but like
it's
Yeah.
a genius idea for Nintendo because they're going to sell millions more now.
they will. It's just
The colors are very interesting.
yeah,
Gray and
interesting
yellow, I
colors.
understand.
They need to fucking bring back purple consoles.
But if that's like the next gen, purple Switch, or like
Needs to be.
right.
It's just I just like a cheaper Switch, but then I can still put it on my TV. That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
Right.
Like that you could still do it.
Mhm.
Hopefully this drops Switch sales in general, like price wise.
Yeah, like if this one comes
Maybe.
out and then they chop it $50 even, you know,
Mhm.
like a normal Switch.
I mean, it's Nintendo. They're known for just making Switch Lite, Switch Pro, Switch Pro I.
Yeah. Nintendo 3DS. How get the
DSi,
hell out
bro.
of here. The 2DS.
The
where it's
3DS,
just like a brick.
3DS,
Yeah.
3DS XL, 2DS.
Oh, the XLs.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that bullshit.
But it leaves way for a Switch Pro.
When do you think... So do you think that the Switch is going to be their console for quite a few more years?
Yeah, I think with this news, it's pretty sure that Nintendo's like, all right, 3DS is dead. They still haven't announced that like 3DS is done. Now that they have something that's legit, just handheld, then
So
there's that.
do you think that they might only make games for the Switch Lite?
Yes.
Wow.
No, not
No.
just that, because they take the same
Oh, okay.
cartridge. It's not anything different.
So so then can you play like all the Switch games already out on the Switch
Yeah.
Lite?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
there's nothing different about the hardware.
Okay.
I just really hope that my concern is like with cloud saves. Like, can I play Breath of the Wild on my profile? And all right, I'm gonna go over here, but I'm only gonna take my Switch Lite. Can I pick up exactly where I was in that moment there? And that's a little iffy because there's also some games that isn't compatible with cloud saves, like Splatoon and Animal Crossing and Pokemon apparently, where they didn't want to do cloud saves because they thought people would manipulate it and like duplicate items. And like there's a fix to that, so I don't know why they haven't tried to do that. Because now if I can't play Pokemon on my regular Switch, or if I can and not transfer what I was doing on my Lite, then it's like, why would I want it?
Yeah. So
have
do you
separate
think that you
saves.
might get a Switch Lite?
I don't know. I'm still gonna wait for it because I'm comfortable bringing my Switch anywhere.
Yeah, and
And I
I
already
thought
have
that
it.
was kind of the point, you know,
Right.
like, that you could bring your Switch
I think this is
anywhere.
mostly, well, one for the collectors and two for the people that were holding out because they thought it was just a little too expensive
Which I can see.
and they only want it for the handheld.
But yeah, so that was like some really big surprise news when that
But this
was
does
just-
leave the door open for the Pro.
And so this is actually really cool. Cuphead.
Yes, this is awesome.
I mean, we might be talking about different news, but there is more news. Well, the one that I found is that their Netflix is going to do a
Yes.
show. Okay, so that's what we're all talking about
It's
here.
gonna be amazing.
Yes.
That's why I don't want Netflix to die because they get so many cool original.
And in a way, I
And
don't
projects.
think it will die. I think it's just going to join something.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
it's not going to stand alone anymore. Hopefully
Maybe
it does.
we underestimate how much money Netflix has.
And like, that's where we get into the topic of like, we're not
How
going to get into the
Netflix-
topic now. How does Netflix make money?
I have a
get
better
it.
understanding of magnets than I do of how Netflix makes money. A lot, as much money as it seems they have.
Seriously. But yeah, so that's really cool. And then also, a while back, the news that the next Cuphead game is going to be on all platforms. So that's pretty exciting as well. But this show's awesome because it's going to be classic 2D animation, and it's just going to look like 1950s,
Yep.
like awesome art styles. So
I'm curious if the guys that made it even knew that Cuphead would be that big of a thing.
I think they did because like it was so unique. They're just like, this is going to blow up because it's retro, like even more retro than
Yeah.
what we're usually used to.
I hope they're just so proud of themselves. Had to mortgage their houses to get this thing made.
And now merch
Dream come
everywhere.
true. Yeah.
So, two more. Prime Day. You guys excited? You guys been looking at their deals, seeing anything?
I haven't really been looking at their deals because I haven't seen anything posted, but I have seen a couple deals about PS4 stuff. Looks good.
Yeah, I might get the Assassin's Creed 3 remastered. I think it's like $15 or $20.
Oh, jeez.
So I might, and that just came out like not that too long ago. So I
When
might
is
get
Prime
that.
Day?
The 15th and 16th. So
Oh, damn.
Monday, Tuesday.
It's coming up.
Yep, coming up, guys. The day the podcast drops, go check out, see what you want to get.
Go spend your money.
Last but not least, so we talked about how Comic-Con's kind of going to be boring this year. Not anymore,
Mhm.
because Marvel is actually going to be
Yeah,
in
you told
Hall
me about
H.
that.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yep. So that's pretty exciting that Marvel's
Yeah.
back.
Because like we were talking about it, and for one, I'm happy that they're doing that because Comic-Con isn't Comic-Con unless you have comic vendors and people.
Yeah.
And I mean, Marvel is one of the biggest Marvel is the biggest comic creator out there. So the fact that they would not be at Comic-Con really kind of sucks, and it's just a giant middle finger to everybody. Because like we were talking about how they might be releasing schedules for Phase 4 at D23, which is Disney's own expo, and like it makes sense. But I'm really happy they're doing Comic-Con because for one, it's closer, and two,
it is still possible that they might not release a schedule there.
True,
but it would make more sense that Marvel releases their schedule there and Disney releases their remake schedule.
Yeah.
At 23.
It's gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be crazy. Just time for movie geeks in general, and then we have to be on it on our channel.
Yeah,
for sure. We gotta make some videos and stuff, talking about it, reacting, and all that.
Yeah, big things to come. Like 3 videos a day
hopefully
for a week.
But that I'm really excited about that they're actually gonna be there. I wonder like if Warner Brothers like, shoot, I thought they were actually gonna back out. Now we should go back in, just because we're just following them. They're the big brother. But any news that you guys have heard recently that I didn't touch on?
On the spot. I don't know. You got anything?
Yeah, there's been a giant fucking thing about Area 51 going on.
Oh my. Honestly, it was because like everybody's been talking about it.
It's over the news and everything now.
Yeah, it's pretty big, and to the point where it's
shoot,
just
500,000 people now.
I was gonna be like, I just don't think it's gonna happen at this point.
Like, is it just a meme or is it like somewhat serious?
I think
it's a meme.
No, I think it's kind of serious. There's gonna be some people that are stupid enough to go there,
and then they're going to probably get shot, and then everybody's gonna uproar.
I feel like if anything, it's just gonna be like not a protest, but like it's just an assembly, which I mean they can do.
No, what they literally need to do is if they get like even 10,000 people to go there, literally just fucking run. Okay, don't even protest, just fucking run.
Like make it seem like a protest, so like you're peaceful, but then you're like, oh, I think we got the numbers. They actually showed up.
Yeah.
All right. Go.
And like the thing that's kind of funniest to me is just like the fact that it's reached national news and everything, and like there's so many people in these Facebook groups.
The group is going to get bigger now. It's getting more exposure.
Yeah, it's kind of cancerous right now because people are just live streaming, just trying to get fucking clout and just publicity. It's just dumb, stupid, fucking idiots.
Join the 51 gang.
So, anyways,
merch link in bio.
The funniest thing is that because there is so many people, I have no doubt in my mind that the guards at like Area 51 are gonna have to prepare in some way.
Honestly, yeah, they have some protocol now.
All right,
it's gonna happen later this year, right?
September 20th.
Okay.
From 3 to 6 a.m.
They're a little cocky. They think they can get there in there in 3 hours.
Get in there and find out what they need to find and then leave.
I mean, some of the memes are freaking hilarious.
I've seen. I love the one where it's like the Keanu Reeves and then it's like the little clone of himself.
Yeah, it's just like me bringing my alien after Area 51. He clones himself to look like me. One of my favorite ones is like the little picture of the little alien in the doorway. And it's like my alien at 3 a.m. when he comes to waking up. Saying, I threw up.
The one I saw was like when he asked how to use the microwave.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Or all the dancing alien
I don't know if they're
videos.
gonna fall. It's so big now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think if people are really going to fall through with it.
I mean, like, what
Do
if
we
this
know
is like
who
actual
started
thing?
it?
It's like a Facebook page?
Yeah, it's just a Facebook page.
I thought like Facebook would know because they know everything. I thought they would know
I
like,
don't know,
who started it or not. Like, I wonder if like...
There's a conspiracy that the government started this because something's going to happen on that day, and they want the 51 to cover up that story.
Oh my...
Yeah,
this is...
Because they want...
Conspiracies are great, man.
They want...
Honestly,
I mean,
that's
the whole conspiracy about like whenever there's like an allegation story that a shooting happens to take the attention away from that, and people just forget about the allegation stories. And it's kind of true.
If I could have like a power or like a quirk, it would be to know all conspiracies.
Right.
If they're true or not.
Dude, but then what if these conspiracy theorists have that quirk? We don't believe them. Because they're great. I'm very proud that he said quirk, by the way.
Hey,
That's not paying attention.
Stranger Things is done, so we get to jump back.
Let's watch an episode tonight before you guys go to sleep.
Looking at all these stupid fucking posts.
Well, while Matt's looking that up, Caleb, anything before we wrap this up?
No, go watch My Hero Academia if you haven't. It's
Yeah.
a great anime. If
Just
you haven't
go
watched anime, this is a great one to get started with. Just like this guy.
Yeah, we gotta start
First
watching
anime.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta watch Chernobyl.
And you leave on Wednesday after work?
Yes.
Wednesday night. And you're going to be napping, so we can't watch it then. So we have 3 days. We can watch a whole season in 3 days.
No, I don't think so.
For My Hero?
We can watch the first half.
Yeah.
The more important part.
Yeah, we could definitely.
We can watch 12 episodes, 13 episodes in 3 days.
Yeah.
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 2 episodes of Stranger Things
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
5 episodes of My Hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's my thing. I was at Best Buy. Why is My Hero so expensive on Blu-ray?
It's so popular.
Like,
I guess it's new.
I look because it shows and also they break up the seasons into part 1 and part 2.
That's dumb.
So like season 1's like its own thing.
Why not just have both discs in
so
one
like
package?
Season 2, you have part 1 and part 2 that has the 12 episode split. Both cost $35 on Blu-ray.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
I'm just like, that's just stupid. That's no, that's $35 for the entire season. That makes sense to have all 24 episodes or
I'm
whatever.
just gonna wait for the bundle when the show's over.
When the show's over, but then it's probably
forever
gonna be
from
like
now.
it's gonna be like $1,000 plus your right kidney. So I don't know. I just
Plus, I like how the kidney part is like the plus shipping and handling.
but yeah, worth it as Matt said. But
Yeah, I just still love seeing that little All Might plushie with the little feet.
But anyways, guys, that's been the news podcast. We'll be back next week. Sadly, I don't think Matt will be here.
I will not. I will be in Illinois.
So it'll be Caleb and I possibly duking it out or agreeing on the Lion King live action reskinned remastered movie.
I love how everyone's just like, it's live action, it's animated, we don't care about the argument.
Right, nobody cares.
But yet we're still over here just like, no, it's live action, no, it's animated.
Yeah, him and I still go at it. But that's what we'll be doing next week. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. And this has been Andrew.
This has been Caleb. Sorry, I was singing Lion King.
All right, let's try this again. This has been Andrew.
This has been Caleb.
And this is Matthew.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
We love you. Drink lots of water, baby.